Hi, good morning. So my friend and I were headed to an Oakville Value Village because she saw a TikTok, and in the TikTok this girl found so much designer handbags and shoes, so we wanted to go check it out. So let's see what kind of home decor stuff they have. Hope you guys enjoy the video.
I'm glad I found some brass candle holders, and for $7.99 each. They were a little expensive, but I think I can probably get around $50 for the pair, so I think it's a good buy. I have another one of these cats candle holders, so I'm going to turn them into a pair, and I will sell the set for about $35. I think they will look really good. The brass candle holders look awesome as well, and estimated value, like I said, is around $50. I feel like even though Halloween hasn't come yet, Christmas is making its way into my decor. I thought I'd check out some candles because thrift stores are a great place to find candles for cheap, but they were all expensive. This one is signed at the bottom. It says DK, so I believe it is handmade studio pottery. It's actually really well made, and I really like the shape of it and color. When I cleaned it up, it was a very bright green. So I keep looking for glassy babies, and I know they also sell these kind of candle holders for glassy babies, and they can be really expensive, like $400. So I thought I'd check it out, see if I see a mark on it, but I didn't. This one is vintage piece, but for $6.99 just for the one of them. I think was a little too expensive. If I found a pair, I would have bought it. So this black and white tray thing there, I missed it the first time around, but I'll come back to it and I'll show you guys what it is. So of course I found a wood thing on the other side, so I'm gonna go around. Before I did though, I found this brass mirror tray. I think it would have been great to display my items at the antique mall, but my friend really liked it, so I ended up giving it to her. So I think this design and the brass inlay and everything is very nostalgic for me, because in my childhood home we used to have a coffee table with this exact carving and the brass all around it in very intricate design, and I love it, but this piece was quite expensive for something that's not even tabletop. So I see these wicker plant stands everywhere, and I love them. And so I got both of these. Again, I could stage them at my antique mall or keep them at home. They're really cute. The art on this was actually pretty cool, but considering it's just, I don't know, it's like a tourist piece, I passed on it. Looks like someone had spray painted house or dollhouse to make it haunted and put some ghosts on it. I think they did a great job. It's kind of similar to the haunted house I have, but this is just like a cover and mine's a full house. Anyways, I thought I'd check out the work and see. So this candle holder was a very intricate hand blown glass. It's at $8.99 for the pair, and I couldn't find the second half anywhere, so I passed on it. For some reason, this copper thing reminds me of a Tom and Jerry cartoon where it has chicken in it. Anyways, I found a brass pitcher vase, and I love the top intricate thing happening at the handle. I'm not sure what it's for, what it's stopping, but it was really cool. I cleaned it up, and it has a little bit of patina, but that's part of it, part of the beauty. I don't think it goes on my brass bookshelf though. Brass on brass, I don't know. I have never seen a wooden ice bucket, and this looks very mid-century, like a 70s vibe. And even if we don't use it as a ice bucket, we could use it as a plant holder. So I think this was a good one to repurpose as well. So ever since that bamboo looking salt shaker, I have my eye out for salt shakers that have weird shapes like this one, and I think it goes really well. Instead of the creepy face, I need to have other salt shakers with cool designs that are not the same, maybe a traditional one because I don't have one like that. So I grabbed this one for my own collection. I really like the metal design on the side, but once I got home and I started looking through it, the actual coasters are pretty damaged and they don't look good. So I think I could paint them or decoupage them, turn them into Christmas ornaments. Anyways, looks like a DIY project for the coasters, but this thing here I really liked as is, with the metal art on it. So I decided I'd display it as is, but then you'll see what I did. I just ended up putting something else in it. Here it is. I think it is a very unique look, that's for sure. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. What do you think? This little hand-blown glass vase fits inside perfectly. I'm not sure why or how, but and the wood with it, I think it looks very unique, that's for sure. So I'm getting that. But tell me what you guys think. I'm not sure what I'm exactly looking for in the Christmas aisle, but I guess when I see it, I'll know. But I try to look through and I'm looking for unique things and I'm just not finding them. But looking back, I see the snowman containers there that I could have probably picked up. Let's see. Maybe next time. I do not know what this is, but I thought I'd check it out still, because it's wood. I believe this is a 50s thing. It was $14.99, I believe. And I'll go back to it, but it wasn't. I left it behind at the end. So this table, I thought, okay, this is a cool ornate design. I could paint this, but it had no top and it was still $25, so I'm not sure. Here I am back at it. But I didn't get it. That's a cart they're bringing out, and I saw that wooden decor piece. I'm like, okay, I want that one, but wasn't sure when the cart's coming out, but it did at the end. But it was too much of a contemporary piece, so I left it behind. What is this metal thing? I couldn't figure it out. Is it a table that they took the legs off? So this is a Bombay table. It was for $35.99, console table, and so is this one. This one is vintage, but not Bombay. But like, look how cool the tables are. Like, if you wanted a console table, you just grab the $35.99. And okay, look at this thing. I love it. The design, the carved wood, the mirror, the drawer. If I had a big enough hallway for $50, this was coming with me. But I do not have a big enough hallway. I left my cart on the outside of this aisle because it was really cramped. So while I was looking at these tables, somebody tried to steal my cart, so I had to kind of run back. So I have that vintage lampshade, the one that I got a few videos ago, and I'm looking for a lamp to go with it. But that lamp needs to have a very mid-century look because the lampshade is triangular. Okay, these are Pyrex bowls, very boho colors, like the mustard, the beige, the pink. It's very aesthetic, but these don't go for a lot of money, so having to pay separately for these bowls, and then they don't even go for too much. It would have been just too much of a hassle, so I left these behind, and I personally didn't need them, but they look really pretty. I was checking out that bottom tray to see if it's something I could use for displaying items on in my antique booth, but I didn't really feel it too much, and so I left him behind. If this cup had a second version of it, I would have loved to buy a pair. I have been thinking of replacing my entire dinner set with something vintage and very beautiful if I find anything. So I do keep my eye out. So this one I really liked. The light blue color on the leaves and the cream color of the plates, and the fact that they weren't really that heavy. And it was vintage, believe made in England. Yes, I really liked it, but there was gold trim at the edges, which means I can never put it in the microwave, and that won't be practical for a day-to-day use set. This one was really scratched up, so no. I saw this one from far away, and of course I love the design and the color on it, and when I turned it over it was made in Japan, so I feel like I love the Japanese designs, and that's just what I'm attracted to these days. So this pack of three, I'd say pack of three, was for $9.99, so I thought it was, the fact that it was literally looking very new, that it was a good buy. So I like some of these dresses, and this one looked really cool, but I guess somebody had spray painted the back orange and yellow, and the other one too. Maybe they were meant to be Halloween dresses, you know? I think in an attempt to find glassy babies, I was missing a few things, like this owl down there. It was so unique. I picked this up, but no, not for $12.99. Anyways, I've been thinking maybe I need to concentrate on one critter and start picking stuff up, like an owl or a penguin or a bunny rabbit. I feel like I find these three but I also think that they're not that, available. Look, another owl. So why don't you guys choose for me and tell me if I should concentrate on picking up owls or bunnies or penguins? Okay, so I found this glass sculpture, hand blown glass with two little birds on it, no chips, no cracks, and it says handmade in Canada. And I was really surprised that it was $3.99. There was nothing missing, and I checked everywhere, there's no chips. I thought this was just such an excellent buy. This had very unique colors. I loved the beige and white and cream glaze, and I think if I was into that, I would have totally bought it. What is this cutie pie? Is this a raccoon or something? Not sure what it was. So cute. If there were more of these tiles, I would have bought this one too. It was really beautiful, but I would have needed more of these identical ones. Here's more owls. I found a lucite bunny. It was $9.99 online. The comms, what I saw was not enough. So this basket was $20. If you guys remember, I bought a massive one for $20 from the thrift store, so I left that behind. I also did not end up buying this basket, but I did buy the one under it because it would be nice to hold things. Going back to the lucite bunny, the resale price wasn't enough for me to justify $9.99 price on it, and there was a lady online who had listed it as a glass paperweight, and you could tell it was lucite. I'm not sure why, but yeah, so I left it behind, but I'm glad I did because instead of that I got something else. I did not want to buy this basket once I figured that there was fabric inside. It's just harder to clean. Seems like baskets and candles at the Value Village are overpriced, so I didn't really find anything I liked enough to pay that kind of price for, you know. This one was an incense holder, quite unique actually, but I left it behind for $5 because I don't think it was vintage. I thought this was a unique candle holder, but it was made in China, so did not end up getting it. Some glass art vases for $5.99. It was broken at the bottom, so I left it behind. Something labeled vintage is usually not vintage. Not sure why I didn't grab this one. It was a cute pot. It was green. It was hand Studio Pottery signed at the back, at the bottom. So why did I leave it behind? Maybe I thought $6.99 was too much. Maybe my cart was getting full. Desperate to find Studio Pottery, I picked these two up. They were signed at the bottom, made in Canada, but now that they're home, I don't actually like them. Maybe I'm not staging them right. I gotta figure that out, but I should have gotten that green pot instead. Can't believe I left that and got these two. Still contemplating what to do with the bunny here, so I left it. I picked this up also, desperate to find Studio Pottery, but at the cash I left it behind for $8.99. I didn't really like it. I went back to the candle section to see if I find anything cool or maybe I missed something, but I hadn't. They were just still overpriced. So now I'm in the art section, which is one of my favorite sections, I think, especially when I find original art. I see a mirror, but this one, I know about this one. These are plastic mirror, and I have painted the frame in the past like a Victorian red and purple with copper wax, and sold it. But I am done with plastic framed things now. Okay, so here's my original art. It's signed M. Scott. So I did some comms. This is $7.99. Okay, so I did some comms, and an M. Scott painting goes for around $200, but I don't think this is the same M. Scott. It might be. The frame itself has velvet on there, which I really liked actually. It's really cool. So I grabbed it just because the frame is awesome. The painting is of a vase and it's oil. It's original. So probably gonna list it for like $65. Okay, here's the black and white thing. It has a floral frog in it, like I've been looking for months. It is the mid-century design, which is very sleek and very slim, and you can just put a plant in it straight up like this. So I cut up a branch of one of the plants I had at home, and I stuck it in the frog. Added some water too, because there was space, and I think it looks beautiful. If you have this kind of a vibe in your home where it's mid-century, so beautiful. Here I staged it with the brass candle holders to give it like that eclectic vibe. It's not all boho, not all Victorian. I love it. I found that wooden piece, but it was quite contemporary, so I left it behind. This is what I found in the clothing section. These jeans, they are not designer, they are not vintage, but they look really cool and they fit nice, so I got them. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.